Good morning.
My name is Neelam. I am a leadership coach and trainer, and I welcome you all on the 588 meeting number 588 of the Toastmasters of Millenium City, MCTC. Today is 2nd February. So, before starting the meeting, I just want to tell you that we have 3 ground rules that we usually follow in our Toastmasters meeting. Is first, that we don't cross talk. Second, please switch off your mobile or make it on silent. I am giving you 10 seconds for that. Third, in Toastmasters, we usually don't talk about the religion, sex and politics. So please refrain yourself from talking these things in the meeting. Now everybody has a mission in life. So are you, and so in our Toastmasters, MCTC also. So I would like to request you to please stand up and raise your right hand so that we can call our missions of MCTC. The mission, and please just speak after me. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide learning and supportive experience to all the Toastmasters to develop leaderships and communication skills which in turn fosters them to build their self-confidence and personal growth. Thank you. With this, I announce the meeting to be open. So before starting the meeting, I would like to call our presiding officer of today's meeting is someone who is very enthusiastic, very energetic, always smile on the stage and very helping as well. So please welcome our presiding officer for today's meeting, Ms. Toastmaster Rahul.
Thank you, Toastmaster Neelam, for giving me a warm introduction. I'm really flattered. It's meeting number 588. Just 12 meetings short, and we'll reach another milestone of 600 meeting. And soon we'll be completing 12 years. We have planned some exciting events in the coming months. So are you all excited?
Yes.
So let's get started. It's actually exciting time because I could see all the role players now started coming on time. That is something that we had been missing for long, and that is required to run the meeting smoothly. I could see some of the past members as well as some of the guests, new faces. So I would like to ask them to introduce themselves and their objective to join today's meeting. Sir, let's start with you.
Okay, so I am Aparna Vashishth, and my objective for the meeting is to build confidence myself for public speaking and to speak in front of a large audience and that's mostly it.
Thank you. Also, you can stand and speak. It's fine. Sir, would you like to?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ayush, and I am a past member of the MCTC club. So I am just looking forward to resuming my learning experience with Toast MCTC.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Would you like to introduce me? Yes. You're a guest, right?
No, I'm not.
Member.
I'm also the member.
You are also member.
Yeah.
So,
and you are the vendor.
Let's make it simple. Then ask them who all are the guests.
it's fine.
It's okay, yeah.
It's fine. It happens because I was out for 2 weeks.
He has too many responsibilities. We get it.
I was out for 2 weeks out of the country, so I was
agree.
We are excited.
Okay, so I believe 2 new members have joined in the last week. One is Toastmaster Pratik
Yes.
and the another one is Toastmaster Sahil. Let's welcome. And for the guests can also participate in table topics or impromptu speech section. We will let you know. But again, we'll see how many guests can participate. One announcement, next week we'll be having international speech contest and I request everyone to participate. Minimum requirement is of course you should be completing level 2, at least level 2 for any pathways. Now it's time to invite the host of the meeting. We call it Toastmaster of the Day. And today's Toastmaster of the Day is someone who joined very recently, this month itself, though she has been part of Toastmasters for long. And she is going to guide us through and basically play the role of MC throughout the session. She is none other than the very energetic and immensely talented Toastmaster Muskan. Let's welcome.
Thank you so much. Alright, welcome everyone. Just 1 second, please. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So, sorry about that. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome. Welcome. Wow. Welcome everyone to the meeting 588. Today is a very special meeting because apart from a regular meeting, we also have a guest among us, and we'll just get to her in a bit. But given the fact that we have an ISC competition happening next week, this is a very, very important session that will be taking place. So I'm Toastmaster of the Day. My name is Muskan Garg. I've been called the bead weaver apparently because I will be, putting the whole meeting together. So to quickly take you through the meeting structure for the benefit of the guests as well. First of all, for today, which doesn't normally happen, we have a session which will be on how to write a winning speech by someone who was a district finalist for the ISC competition that took place in 2024. Apart from that, in terms of how it regularly goes, we first have the prepared speeches section, then we have a table topic session, and lastly we have an evaluation session. Each segment has its purpose, and one by one as we go through it, you will be able to understand better. Just to take you quickly through the prepared speeches section, which we will get to eventually, it is basically someone has spent time at home, they have an objective for their speech, and they will be speaking about it, right? So let me quickly introduce the word of the day. The purpose of the word of the day is for us to learn something new and also experiment in our language different ways of how we can use this particular word. So the word is eloquent, that's how it's pronounced, eloquent. The meaning is expressing oneself clearly, fluently and persuasively, essentially what we all are trying to do in Toastmasters. The synonym is articulate, expressive, persuasive, fluent. Antonym is inarticulate, mumble, tongue-tied, unclear. Sentence is the speaker's eloquent delivery captivated the audience, leaving a lasting impact with their words. Here, you can also see that he spoke very eloquently, his speech was very eloquent, so different ways of experimenting with it. Feel free to do so. If anyone uses that word during their speech, you will do a thumbs up. Perfect? Cool. So first of all, calling the joke master of the day, I believe, is Toastmaster Aishwarya here yet? Yes. Oh, alright, okay, cool. Alright, so I would like to call Toastmaster Aishwarya Padya on the stage. She's currently pursuing her MA English and she's joined Toastmasters with the purpose of making friends, enhancing personal growth and being a better speaker overall. Alright.
Yes. Welcome everyone. I am the joke master for today. And my joke is like, once my grandparents decided to relive their memory. So my grandfather went to the park where they used to meet in their youth days. But my grandmother did not come. My grandfather was waiting and he's just like started to wake. Then finally my grandfather went to my grandmother's house one day, and then he asked that what's the matter, why did you come? And my grandmother said, by getting a little bit shy, that my mother did not allow me to come.
Laughter is considered the best medicine, so this is the best way to start the meeting. Alright, so very quickly moving on to the general evaluator, do we have Toastmaster Abhishek among us? Toastmaster Banu. Alright, okay, so I would like to call Toastmaster Banu on the stage to take you through a major segment of the meeting. Yeah. Can we take you about
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Happy to take the role. Just at the last minute. So we all know evolution, how important evolution is, because whatever we do, even the people who are on social media, they go and whenever they post some story or some reel, they keep looking at the comments or the likes, number of likes, and if somebody gives them bad comment, they don't like it. But in actual life, to develop ourselves, we need to see how people are giving feedback to us. We have to take criticism in our stride. That's how we will improve. Because on your face, everybody will say sweet things to you. Oh, you are great, you are doing very well and everything. But on the backside, they will say, oh, he doesn't know anything and all those. But you need somebody who can say on your face that you need to improve on certain things. So same goes for public speaking. We have so many things when we come on the stage and so many things to improve. Okay? So we have to be concise so that whatever we speak within the allotted time. We keep a tab on the time. We have to be clear. We have to, whatever we speak, we have to speak eloquently and clearly so that people can understand. Should not be incoherent. Also, we need to speak correct. Correct means you are using correct words, you are not using wrong grammar and other things. So for these three functions, these three C's, concise, correct, clear and correct, we have three role players whom we call tag, timer, counter and grammarian. So I will introduce them. In addition to the tag team, we also have our team of evaluators who will be evaluating the speeches prepared by the prepared speakers. So first I would like to introduce our auxiliary role players or our tag team. So first I would like to call upon our timer, and today our timer is Toastmaster Kaveri.
Hi, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Today I'll be your timer for this session, and my role is to help keep our meeting running smoothly and ensure that everyone stick to their allotted time. For prepared speeches, you will get 5 to 7 minutes to dazzle us with your spontaneity, dazzle us with your wisdom. And for table topics, you will get 1 to 2 minutes to spread your spontaneity, and for evaluation you will get 2 to 3 minutes to share your insights. I'll be using 3 color cue cards. Green means you are doing great, and yellow means you should wrap it up, and red means your time is up, but we will provide you extra 30 seconds to sum up your speech. All the best, guys.
So we all know time is so important. Everybody has limited time, and we should respect everybody's time. So Toastmaster Kaveri will be helping us with keeping a time of all the speakers. Next, I would like to invite our R counter. Our R counter today is Toastmaster Monita.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Well, hi, I'm Monita, and today I will take the R counter. As an R counter, I will count the overuse of your words, for example, so, but, this kind of, and the filler sound you use in your speeches, like this type of things.
So it will help you to develop your speeches, like enhance your speeches. And end of the session, I will present my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monica. When we come on the stage, out of nervousness or out of haste, it's our tendency to keep it saying, I'm using, like, because we want to speak very fast, but our mind takes little time to process. So best way to avoid those R's, so is to take a pause, so that whatever you spoke, audience can comprehend, and also you can avoid those filler words. Next, I would like to invite our grammarian, very important, because we have to speak, whatever we speak should be correct English. And today we have our grammarian, Toastmaster Mayank.
Hey, very good morning everyone. So as someone said that grammar is the pole that holds up the English language. So as a grammarian today, I will be recording your English goods usage of English, like if you have used any idioms or figure of speeches, and also not so good usage of English language, so that we can work upon them. And its word of the day is eloquent. You all are supposed to use this word as an adverb or as an adjective in your speeches. So all the best everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayank. So that's it from my side. But remember, I'll keep watching everyone whoever comes on the stage, and if anything unusual happens, I'll speak in my report. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rahul, for taking us through a very important phase that we'll be coming to later. As a rule, this is something we do that only when someone is clapping or there's absolute silence in the sense that we're giving feedback sessions for those 1 minute. That is the period when you can enter. So please wait for the applause before you enter the meeting. Alright, okay, so now we're done with the general evaluator. Now the highlight of today's meeting, where okay, the highlight of today's meeting where we'll be dealing with listening to Toastmaster Aparna Vashishth. She is a marketing manager at an MNC. She enjoys table tennis and she is a District 41 IC finalist for 2024. So please take notes, please listen to her. It's going to be an amazing speech and welcoming you on the stage. Let's give her a round.
Just one correction, I do not know how to
It's actually
play.
badminton.
Yeah, I do not know how to play table tennis. So just one correction. If you just are asking me about table tennis, then I should not be into an awkward position to answer.
Yeah.
Instead of table tennis, we play table topics.
In my mind, it was badminton, but I actually wrote table tennis.
That's completely all. Can you help me with this?
Yeah, sure.
And you need to also help me about this.
Just next slide.
Can you try?
Good morning, everyone.
Good
My
morning.
name is Aparna Vashishth. Everything she mentioned about my introduction has some or the other way corrections. I am a marketing and a sales manager in MNC, Ankit Adhesive. I love playing badminton, and I also been a part of a District 41 ISC competition 2024. That's completely alright. Apart from this, today I'm gonna discuss about the most vulnerable and the flawed version of Aparna, which I never showcase to anyone. Why it is essential? Because I want to tell you how did I overcome those challenges and was able to achieve what it was mentioned to you. Before that, again I want to mention, Dipanshu came to me last week saying, Aparna, please deliver a keynote speech on International Speech Contest. And I was thinking, what I'm going to speak about it. Is it I'm going to talk about the journey, or should I talk about my achievements? In both ways, I thought it is all about me. I want to make it all about you. Last year, 2024, Jan, on the same stage, I saw Bhanu, Toastmaster Bhanu, delivering such a keynote speech about his experience in 2023, where he made it to district ISC competition. I just want to call him for 1 minute on the stage.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. When he delivered the keynote speech last year, I made a vision. I got inspired from you. And because of you, I was able to achieve all those things in last year, 2024. So thank you so much in a way to inspire me and lead me to in a direction where I was able to achieve all those things.
So, actually, last year also I was competing with her, and I was so happy that she could beat me and reach up to the final level. So that's the biggest gift I could get. That the young Toastmasters, they come up, take the challenge, and go till the end.
Thank you so much. It's not about beating him, it's about learning from him. In a way, he always mentored me, Aparna, that you can deliver speech in this manner or that manner. He never shied away from the fact that I can give you a feedback. Even in that case, even I will lose and you will give a better speech. That's what Toastmaster gives you, and which is very, very essential for you. So, before we jump in, I want to ask you, why did you join Toastmaster? To begin anything in your life, always ask yourself, why? I want to ask you, why did you join Toastmaster?
I joined Toastmasters to hone my communication skills, and on top of honing my communication skills, I think it was important to gain that confidence. I mean, all of us know English because it was our language from nursery grade, right? But then coming up to the stage with confidence is that the key to the communication. That's what I was here to find about it.
It is so relatable. I think half of the people in this room can relate to you. The only fact is that you are able to deliver the message from them, not from you, which is very crucial. Anyone else want to share why did they join Toastmaster? Yeah, please.
For me, the reason is like I'm the technical person, having good technical skills. But many of the times it happens, I have done good job in technical terms, but I'm not able to present it in front of all. So last month, it also happens that there was a good presentation. The whole thing was done by me, but someone else was presenting that because I was not having the skills where I can represent the division peoples, Europe, US, and in fact our top management.
Basically, it stole your credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought I should focus other than the technical to the communication skills, because I already have the technical one for me. So if I come up with good in communication, so that mix and that will make me more efficient and more approachable to the goal.
Now the bigger question is that he has made a first step of joining Toastmaster. What is the step? Delivering speeches, participating in a competition like international speech competition, which is happening next week. So it is very important to take another step and participate in such competitions. I was just like him, facing the dilemma in my corporate world where everybody is stealing my credit and I have to come up and show my skill that I am also a person who has contributed to this project. So I joined Toastmaster in 2023, and in 2024 I was competing in the International Speech Contest. Why did I participate? Because I really wanted to make a point that I want to have a public speaking skill. Why should you participate? As I earlier mentioned to you, First thing first, this competition gives you a skill development, confidence building, networking opportunities, recognition and cultural exchange. Here is a very important thing which I wanted to share from my experience is in terms of networking opportunity. You work with so many different people when you go into such competition. You get an exposure to meet all of them. Even though if you have not made to the competition, you can still enroll yourself and go and give yourself an exposure to meet such people and meet such speakers and get yourself involved. How to become a world champion? Now, this you might have heard, or some of you have some raw information about the competition. The competition, I just wanted to walk you through the pathway. First is the club level, which is expected to happen next week, Sunday. In that club level, 2 top speakers will go to area level. In area level, again, different club winners will come, and 4 to 6 clubs will come, which means roughly around 8 speakers or 10 speakers will be there if the 6 clubs are joined together. In that 6 to 10 speeches, 2 winners goes ahead, okay? And after that, division level, again, the competition becomes more and more intense. In that way, only 1 winner gets selected out of 10 speakers. Then you reach to district level competition. Our district falls into district 41. There again the competition comes to 10 divisions winner which comes together to compete, and 1 district champion is selected. The next process is your video recording of the district competition which happened like in your district competition, that will be sent to the region. In region, if you get qualified, you will make it into quarter-finals. In quarter-finals, one of the crucial things which you should know about is that you will get an opportunity to go to US and compete with international level, and it will be fully sponsored competition. Yeah. So understand the level of exposure which you will get in this competition. And lastly, after that, you will go to semi-final and then world championship. If you are thinking it is impossible, I want to give you an example of our people from India who made it to that level. Nidhi Sani, she also went to semi-final world championship Toastmaster competition. It is not at all impossible. It's all dependent upon your willing to do hardship required for this competition. Any questions? I don't want to bore you, lecture you. Any questions, anything which comes into your mind and you wanted to ask me, straight away I want you to.
Toastmaster Rupinder Singh also reached to the semi-final stage.
Yes. Yeah. Anything, anyone who wants to ask about this? Club competition, any confusion? Because this is very crucial for you to understand what you will be enrolling yourself into a competition.
How long does this entire thing take from club to world championship?
So last year what happened is like the competition starts from Jan and Feb, varying to the level of the club when they host the competition. And in May it is expected to happen district level competition.
The district will happen.
Yes, in May. And after that in July it is expected to go to quarterfinals. In August I believe the world championship happens. So you get enough time to prepare and execute in terms of your perfect speech. Yes.
I have one question. So, can someone give one speech in all these levels? Same speech?
Yeah. So it's not necessary that you have to deliver different speeches. You can prepare one perfect speech, which I learned from Bhanu last year. That Toastmaster Bhanu told me that Aparna, that you can invest your energy in one speech, make it very perfect, and then go ahead with it. So it's not necessary you have to prepare different speeches. Yes, indeed at the last, in the World Championship competition, if I'm aware, the last thing is that you have to give a different speech. It cannot be the same speech you have already given.
So one for semi-final, one for final. So you should, by that stage you should have 2 speeches ready.
So every speaker, whosoever is being invited in semi-finals, has to prepare 2 speeches. One will go to the semi-final, and then in case if they make it to World Championship competition, they have to give the another speech. Anyone in? I hope I'm not boring that crowd. Any questions, please? So far, please shoot.
One question from my side.
Yeah.
So it was mentioned that there is a prerequisite that you should reach to level 2 something, right? To be eligible for the club level. So how do we reach to that L2 level?
Okay, so I'll come back to your question when I come to eligibility criteria. Your question is very crucial and will definitely work on it. Yeah. This was me last year. It looks fancy. I thought I should. Okay. So all this accomplishment, it's kind of a vision I wanted to create. It's not about my picture. See, I had a vision of Bhanu, Toastmaster Bhanu, and I wanted to create a vision for you also. I was not a perfect speaker, but I had a vision looking at him, and I made sure that I will be becoming one of that person. That is the reason I'm showing you the image. Today, think for a selfie. Think yourself over there. Picture yourself. You can also make it. It's not difficult. All it requires is a lot of hardship and practice. That's it.
So this is like from America itself, this photo.
This is?
Yeah, this is, you went for the America?
No.
And
so
then?
I went till district level only.
Okay.
So I was a division level winner. Then I made it to district 41 competition. Yeah. So for that also I have a picture. So she was a last year world championship.
Yes. I heard her speech on Zoom.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you get some time, go spend time, see her videos. You will get more inspired how to draft such kind of speeches. So it gives you a rough an idea what the competition holds that gravity in terms of the exposure which it gives. Now your question, I came back to that eligibility criteria, which even Toastmaster Rahul also mentioned, that you have to cross 2 levels, 1 and 2, in case you are not able to do it. And I am telling it for everyone, in case you have not able to do it, try to give it in different clubs. Ask them to give you a speech slot, which Kritika also yesterday did it, and she actually won the competition in another club. So you can get it, enroll yourself, and get yourself level 1 and level 2 to be eligible for this international speech contest. Yes, please.
I can add a few more things. It requires around 7 or 8 speeches to complete level 2. So you don't have to be in a hurry. So next year you can participate. Just give yourself time, learn go through the assignments, levels, and give perfect speech. Maybe next year you can participate.
So you
next
have
week
not yet crossed to level 1?
He has just joined.
Okay. I'm sorry. Any more questions, please? Fine, if you're the one, yes, please. Sorry.
What is a perfect speech according to you?
I'll come back to you with that. Just so I don't get the thoughts, because
I also have a question from you.
Yes.
How easy it was for you to cross each and every level?
It was not at all easy. To be a straightforward answer, it was not at all easy. Every time I have to come up with different things and different permutation and combination. I'll come to my journey as well. I just wanted to make sure that we go in a structured approach where you understand what exactly the competition is. Then I'll come back to my journey. Then I'll definitely come back to the speech. How do we create a perfect speech? Yes, please.
Just one question.
Yeah.
Did you give the same speech all the time?
Yes. Although I made some correction, not every time the same content. I learned that the content was same, the whole message was same, but then I learned that it is not going in my direction, so I keep changing it according to the time, the feedback which I was receiving, what audience is liking, not just that I'm imposing anything. You also have to understand what audience is liking in your speech.
I would like to add one thing. So objective of participating in a speech contest is not to winning against other ones. It's winning with yourself. So what happens that when you participate in the contest, you try to give your best. So that's the difference between giving a normal speech in normal meeting and giving a speech in contest. So I would say that please participate. That's when you learn the most.
Very true. Building on his idea that it's like I learned from this speech that I did so many mistakes, right? In next speech I'm improving it. And how do I make one speech perfect? It's not necessary that you have to go for one speech. What I felt is that I've spent so much of energy and time into one speech. I don't want to mess it up with coming up with experimenting on the speech. So that's why I didn't go for it. But there is no harm if you feel like, okay, my club level competition speech is not good enough, I want to change it, you can change it. Nobody is going to stop it.
One question.
Yes, please.
How does the audience change with each level?
Change.
And what is the size of the audience?
Oh, definitely it changes. Like, the club level is like, the people, you give the competition in front of no known faces. When you go to area level, a different club members come. So it's like the exposure can even increase to 30 to 35 or 40. It depends, not necessarily that it will happen, but it depends on different levels. In division level, in my experience, I saw 50 to 55 people. And in district level, it was more than 200 people. So it becomes more intense.
Also, let's limit the questions because we just have.
Oh, alright, yes. I'll come back to.
Also, timer has to show.
So yeah, Toastmaster Rahul, so I'll be very quick in this part. Before preparing for any competition, for any exams, you must know on what basis you have been evaluated with, right? So in this particular case, most of the people do not pay attention to this. They come and they just deliver the speech. They don't know on what basis they are being judged or evaluated, not judged, but particularly being evaluated by the judges sitting in the crowd. So you must go through this first before even preparing your speech. On what parameters you have to make your speech in a way that it can definitely come to a winning point. Yes, sir, your question. So, perfect speech. How do you make a perfect speech? I'm sure half of you in this room can relate to the fact that speech is mostly in three parts. One is the starting of your speech, then going to the main part and the conclusion. In my way, I don't know whether it's very correct to do it or not, but in my way, I always start my speech with conclusion. What exactly I have to say to my audience? What is my key message? And once I'm able to finalize my key message, I prepare my whole speech. In that context, the main body, if you really wanted to make it as a perfect speech or you want to win it, try to share your personal stories or share your story which is relatable to the crowd. If I'm telling a story about some war and the people are not able to relate to you, then it will not make sense at all. So you have to make sure that whenever you are preparing a speech, do not think about you. Think about your audience. If I talk a general topic about parent, if I talk about a general topic about care or relationship, which everyone is going through, if you make such universal topic, then it will definitely help the audience to relate with you and engage with you. So that's very important for you to take a note when you are preparing for a speech. And the most crucial part, within 10 seconds, your audience can lose your attention. So make sure in the first half itself, you try to engage as much as you can with the audience. Do not bore them at all. Yeah. As I mentioned, the perfect speech recipe, have a very clear purpose. Do not give mixed messages to the audience, because some people can understand, some people will not understand. And in an era where we are living in a reel where the 10 seconds or 30 seconds the attention goes, do not bore them with overcomplicated thoughts. Be very clear and precise in your message, what you want to give. As I mentioned, relatable stories, it always grabs people's attention. So have relatable stories structured. Do not have kind of a mismanaged structure of your speech, that you are talking about something else and then going to the other part and then coming back. have a structure that walk them through, that you went from this to this place and this, and then take them to the conclusion. And yes, two things: strong opening, always have a very, very strong opening, and then close it, because that is something people will remember and they'll take it after your speech. Any questions so far? Everyone is through. That's amazing to know. My secret to win, why I want to share this particular part is, like, everyone has their own permutation and combination in terms of winning. But in my case, the only thing which really clicked well with the audience is that I spoke directly from what I felt. My whole body actually felt those emotions which I was able to speak in the audience. Like if I was showing my pain, so my wording, my body, everything went through my words as I said it. So that's something is very essential. When you speak through your heart, people also hear from their heart. Roadmap. Most of the people do not pay attention to the roadmap. Why? Because they feel, okay, one competition win and they'll go to the other. Have a vision for yourself that you're going from this path to this, and what are the things which you will be doing if you made it to district. I had a vision that if I will be able to make it to area level, I'll practice at least 10 times, I'll talk to 10 people and I'll grab those evaluations from them. So practice regularly, seek feedbacks, and visualize yourself. This is very important, that you have to visualize yourself being there. And then familiar with the stage setup. Sometimes this is most ignored part, that sometimes you don't even know how to stand on those stages, which is like different from the usual one. Even the tech thing is different. So you have to make yourself very comfortable with that, so that it does not hamper your speech delivery. Nightmares do happen. In any competition you go through, there are chances that things will not go in your direction. In my district competition, I faced my two biggest nightmares of public speaking. A, that I mispronounced one word. I had always this fear in my life that I should not mispronounce it. In the beginning of the competition, Kritika can remember that part. I spoke a different word which they were saying me, like, you should have a perfect day. But I was a little bit busy in the arrangement of the speaker. They were trying to put a mic, and I was like so confused that I spoke something else which I should not be. And it was not that the speech competition has begun in that moment. It was not yet begin. But still, I was here and I just felt it, that I did that. And I faced it. Now what is the next step I should be doing it? In this particular case, I take consumed time. I bought some time asking them to rearrange it. Asked my mind to calm myself down. It's very important for you to take your time before making another mistake. Do not hurry yourself and going into another speech. Second thing was blanking out. This was one of my second most feared public speaking fear, that what if I blank out? And this also happened in District 41 competition. I was speaking something in the middle of the speech, I forgot where I was. Because of the crowd looking at you, sometimes somebody is staring at you, and the thought process keeps changing every moment and then. In that moment, I genuinely felt a sweat coming over here. It was the most horrific situation for me to face. But in my self-defense and the moment which I've already decided, then I said, no, Aparna, this is once in a lifetime opportunity. You cannot mess it up. Come on, come on, come on. And then one word after another. And you won't realize the fact that audience even didn't realize it, that it happened. That is the way it leads you if you practice very well, and then if you self-talk to yourself. Self-talk is the most crucial part of this competition. Many people will come into your life and say so many things to you, but you have to ensure that you have a positive affirmation with yourself, that yes, I can do it, I can do it. It's not easy, but you have to do it. So there is no nightmare you can't wake yourself up from. So in any worst situation, if you are into that mind capacity that I have to come up and I have to beat this situation, you can beat literally any situation in public speaking. Why I lost district competition? I was for sure that I can really win district competition. But in your evaluation, you understand what went wrong. Maybe the audience may not be completely aware of it. In my case, I took feedback from so many people that I changed my district competition, division level competition speech, and in district competition there was a little tweak which I made it. Because I felt maybe they are saying right, But initially, till division level, I had a belief that yes, my speech is perfect and I'm going in the right direction. But when I tried to, get the feedback from everyone and then started making tweaks on those speeches, I realized I made a biggest mistake. Because the same audience was there in the division competition and the district competition. Division competition gave me wonderful, recommendation that you did this, that. But when I went out from the district competition, they said, why did you change this fact? Why did you change that? Because I believed in somebody else rather than believing in my own speech. So in the competition, you are not necessary to take all the feedback. As it is said, suno sabhi karo apni. Do whatever, listen to everyone, but obey your conscience, which is very crucial. Summary, this competition will really give you a better exposure in interacting with different club levels. I would encourage you all to participate next week. In case if you are one speech away from the pathway, please complete it. And definitely you will get such exposure in this competition. And I can assure you, when you walk out of that room, you will be a different person than the other, when you were still struggling to become a speaker. This is me in that Orientation 2024. And when I walked the first day in this room, in MCTC, I was a very different speaker. I was not able to formulate my thoughts well. I used to say, so far. There were so many mistakes I did it on the first day. But when I came out of that Orientation 2024, I realized that it was not that difficult also. Only thing is, it required consistency and the dedication which I put it into my speeches. Any questions? I'm welcome to answer. Yeah.
Are you going to participate next week?
Let's see, yeah.
Cool.
More than that, anyone else would wish to just know about anything in terms of speech or anything? No, I don't know.
Were you ever nervous in all these phases?
I'm nervous now. Every competition, and it's just for your, no speaker is so confident that they are not nervous in any competitions. I'm telling you, every speaker has some or the other nervousness. It's just that through practice they were able to learn to hide that. That's it. Yeah, Kritika.
How much importance is it to add some, so mostly people say that there should be some humor in a speech. I understand that because humor is the best thing to connect with the audience. But in a contest, there are different kinds of speeches. Some speeches, even when we see TEDx, etc., it's not always humor. Sometimes it's motivational or something like that, and sometimes it's humor. So how much important it is to add humor, and how to add humor in maybe some speech where you are giving a call to action, but along with that you have to add some sprinkles of humor also in that speech.
Okay, so I'll answer your first question, how much it is important to add a humor. I would say, in my experience in district competition, humor had a better edge.
I know, last time Ovation, it was
so
humor.
better edge, so there is no doubt when you give humor to your speech, it definitely increases your rate to win the competition. But in a way also in the past experiences also I've heard that if you see the world championship competition, she was able to find humor in her misery, and then she was able to give a message in a terms that despite all those difficulties she was able to live, right? If you've seen her speech. So it's not necessary because I suck at humor. Let me be very honest that I cannot deliver humorous speech. But that is not necessary that you cannot win any competition. It's totally dependent upon the fact that how audience engages with you. So you have to find your way and take it ahead. Yes, she has a very valid point. If you are good at humor, then you definitely add it. It gives you a better edge.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry to interrupt. We're just a little bit running out of time.
Yeah. So just one last question. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, so what strategies do you use to remember the complicated parts of the speech? And what do you do when you forget on the stage?
So strategy was very simple, that I did not make a speech very difficult for me to remember. I used simple words, simple vocab. It's not that overcomplicated thing. In my headspace also. So like I'm conversating with you, right? So I don't want to conversate in a direction where I cannot speak words properly. So it's very crucial to make it very simple and then work upon it. In case you forget, which happened to me, then you can just, it's not necessarily like you are giving a rectification, right? You have to be like you're conversating with the audience. So you have to come up with the different lines, and that can happen only when if you participate in a table topic competition. Give yourself or push yourself into impromptu speech. So then you can cover up and come back to your point. So that helps. Back to Toastmaster. Thank you so much for having me, and I really appreciate it.
I got a wonderful speech. What I got from this was that the importance of being simple yet impactful, being concise in your speech, and the fact that it all begins with self-talk and visualization, right? So now we'll be moving on to our prepared speeches segment. Just one second. Right, so let's begin with speaker number 1. Before I call her on the stage, I would like to call the evaluator, Toastmaster Ankit Sharma. Is he here today?
Yes.
Oh, right, okay. Can we give him a huge round of applause? Yeah. He'll essentially be helping us with her speech objectives and what we can expect in today's meeting.
Hi everyone, so I am evaluator for Toastmaster Neelam. She'll be giving a level 2 speech. Which speech project is it? From level 2, you have just written level 2.
Level 2 project presentation master. Level 2. Speech.
Okay, so last project of level 2. Objective of this speech is going to be effective body language, and the purpose is pretty long. So the speech title is going to be Building Bridges, and I wish best of luck to Toastmaster.
Alright, moving on to Toastmaster Neelam, a quick introduction. She's an entrepreneur, trainer, and executive coach. She loves learning through videos and listening to audiobooks. Toastmaster Neelam, building bridges, Toastmaster.
How many of you have just married just last 6 months or 1 year? Only one? What about the gentlemen? Maybe those who got married last 6 months or 1 year, maybe those people in this meeting resonate with my speech, would resonate with my speech. So I got married 15 to 16 years back. As a daughter-in-law, I've learned that adapting to the new family dynamics could be a challenging experience, but it's worth it. It takes time for you to adjust, to adapt. It takes time for you to be willingness to learn and settle yourself in that family. That is a new dynamic family. When I got married, I remember, when I got married, I was very excited to be a part of my husband's family. Soon after 2-3 months, I realized that their family traditions and our family traditions are totally different. Their understanding, way of communicating, all are different. I tell you one incident. Me and my mother-in-law had some serious disagreement. And that was on a simple and very silly thing. What it was, I will tell you. The topic was, for disagreement was that we had one family holiday and she and me both wanted to celebrate it in a different way. She wanted to celebrate in her own traditional way, like making halwa, puri, kheer, the traditional food recipes. And I wanted to try something new, like baking cakes, chili potato, honey chili potato, macaroni, because my husband told me and I always obey him at that time. Because now also. So I asked my mother, Mummy ji, let's make this thing today. And my mother said, no, we used to make for the last 10 years, we used to make this thing only on a holiday. So we'll do that only. But I said, Mummy ji, let's try something new. And all my father-in-law and as well as husband would love this new thing. And we had that serious disagreement on that day. And up at 11:30 a.m. we didn't talk. I didn't talk to my mother-in-law. As at that time I was new, just 2-3 months back I got married. So I decided to take one step back and I decided to just listen to her perspective as well. What she really wanted to convey. And I just listened. I asked her, to my mother-in-law, Mummy ji, just tell me, what happened? Just tell me in detail. What you really want to do? And she told everything in detail. I was just sitting and listening to her. And she said in very detail. And then as we talked for an hour, I realized that the issues that we had at that time, that was not as insurmountable as I had thought. Later on, I realized that we both value each other. We both value each other and we both respect each other as well as our whole family. So, we came to one thing. Let's make the dishes which is from your side as well as from my side. Let's combine the traditional dishes with the new one and we made a new traditional recipes, a new tradition for the coming years to come. That is a new with the old one. That was a simple thing of adaptability, but it made a huge difference in our relationship. We started loving each other, respecting each other more. As time passed, I've learned so many cooking traditional dishes, and those traditional dishes are my mother-in-law's favorite dishes. I've started attending the families gatherings. These attending the family gatherings and events just told her that I am committed, I am adapting and I am committed to that family. I have started educating myself, articulating myself in a more respectful and open-minded way, so that they get to know that I am in that mood, I am in that step, that I am committed to that family for future as well. And this dress which I am wearing right now, it is the gift of my mother-in-law. Still I am wearing it, it shows that I am still committed to my family. So let's make a conclusion, that in conclusion we can say that adaptability is important because it requires understanding, willingness to learn and listen to your family, to make yourself gather with them. So let's hear each other's perspective, and let's come to the common result, common ground. Thank you so much.
What a great speech. I think her body language was absolutely commendable. The way she just used the whole stage, and I'm sure the evaluator will elaborate on that later. Alright, so now we have a 1 minute feedback session time. So in your group, you have received a QR code or a link. Toastmaster Neelam was just sharing it, so you can just type in your feedback over there. So apart from our regular evaluation, we have this as well for the guests, requesting the nearby members to kindly share the QR code with them.
Just one thing. I request all the guests to please fill in your details in this notebook, and I'm just passing on this notebook, and ensure that you're filling up, please.
She's sharing this too.
Alright, let's take 10 seconds more.
Can you please share the QR code as well?
Yeah, I'm sharing that.
Oh, it's not the share. It's alright. We can write the evaluation for this speech in the next break that we have after the second speaker. Now, the second speaker who we have, I requested him to share a picture of his because I didn't have it. He didn't exactly share it, and as a joke, I did something yesterday which I completely forgot about. So, I sincerely apologize. I genuinely did this as a joke, and I completely forgot to remove it. Before I call Toastmaster Anurag on stage, I would like to request Toastmaster Amita to quickly take us through the speech objectives here.
So hello everyone, I am Amita Devnani. I am evaluator of Toastmaster Anurag. So his speech title is Wisdom Tooth. Pathways is Presentation Mastery. Project is Level 2.2. And objective is Effective Body Language. And the purpose of this project for the member to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice and define how they use non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. So, Toastmaster.
So to quickly give his introduction, he's a data analyst. He loves reading books, listens to music, and loves going on walks. Toastmaster Anurag, wisdom tooth. Avoiding distraction.
Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and my dear guest. Let me take you through an experience that I will never forget. So, I was sitting on a chair, and it was about a quiet Saturday evening. After finishing all my work, I was sitting on the sofa and suddenly I started feeling excruciating pain in one of my strong and healthy 32 teeth. And after some time, I noticed that pain is very intense, that even speaking become a challenge for me. Somehow I managed through the night, and next day, guess what? I have to attend the Toastmaster meeting because that was a Sunday morning. Since I was determined to attend the Toastmaster meeting because I don't want to break my streak, I came here considering the discomfort and all. Some of you might notice me sitting back on the sofa that day. Came here to cheer up Rahul's speech. And although the pain was subsided a bit, but I was start feeling mild fever as well that day. But keep myself composed and calm. I was sitting here in the club to cheer Toastmasters Rahul's speech. Now, somehow day passed, and by the evening, the pain came back with a vengeance. And that time, I was thinking, like, there is no other option. It's better to call the doctor. And the doctor was very, very helpful. She advising me to visit the clinic if pain become unbearable. And what I did, I visited the clinic that same evening. She gave me some medication after a checkup and suggested me for wisdom tooth removal surgery next morning. Next morning, I reached to the clinic, and I look at the doctor. He looks calm and very professional. And I was a bit cold and intimidating by looking at all the medical instruments that he has. They look more of an instrument of horror than something to heal my pain. And just even about thinking of word surgery, it bring pain. I started feeling pain after just hearing the word surgery. And he said, please sit on this chair. I sit on the chair and I close my eyes and the procedure began. After closing my eyes, I sensing someone is pulling my tooth with immense force. It's like a hammer striking my teeth with full power. I was clueless at the moment. I have no option except trusting the doctor. I was just, after it's like eternity, he said, open your eyes. And to my, I see he was holding my tooth in one of his hand, and he come up with an unexpected question. He said, can I throw it, or do you want to take it back home? And without further ado, I said, throw it right away. Because it caused a lot of pain to me from last 2-3 couple of days. After it, he gave me some medical suggestions that you have to keep these things considered after this tooth removal thing. Now, coming back to home, I treat myself with ice cream because I don't have any other options at the moment. And within few days, I come back on my track of eating like other foods as well, and back to my work. Now, this whole experience taught me a lesson about resilience and trusting the process, even if things seem daunting. So this is from my end, story of my wisdom teeth. Thank you everyone, my Toastmasters.
What a great speech. Thank you so much. Now request you to kindly please put in the feedback for Toastmaster Neelam as well as Toastmaster Anurag. Are all the guests done? Alright, okay, the feedback time is over. Thank you so much. You may continue in the next feedback session that we will have. Alright, so now it's time for an exciting session. It's called the table topic session. The table topics master who will be Toastmaster Rahul would be able to take you through it better. But essentially the point of this is all of us are professionals in some form. And we have to deal with impromptu delivery, which is to say that whether it's an interview question, right now I've been giving a lot of interviews for my master's college interview invites, and honestly, Toastmaster has been one of the reasons why I've been doing sort of well over there. So an extremely important part. We've set a limit of 2 guest speakers, if I'm not wrong, who can come on the stage and speak. And apart from that, please raise your hand, volunteer, and perform. So, inviting Toastmaster Rahul to the stage. So Toastmaster Rahul is a data scientist. He loves traveling, fitness, and watching anime. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muskan. I was expecting a bit professional photograph, but anyway.
At least it's better than giraffe.
I got it.
Thank you. You did not put anything else. It is one of the most exciting segments of any Toastmasters meeting, the table topics, impromptu speaking, where you will be given 1 to 2 minutes and a random topic, and you will have to speak on the beat. Just to make clear, guests can also participate, but seeing a lot of members in the club and some of them are not able to get the roles, only 2 guests can participate. And also I'll be giving preference to someone who joined for the first time or it is their second meeting. So are you all excited?
Yes.
Do you want to know the role of how to proceed with table topics?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll share. So there is an approach called audio approach that you can make use of whenever you are given a topic. O stands for opinion, you can share the opinion. Then you can reason it about, and then you can give an example, and then at the end summarize and reiterate the opinion. Are we all clear?
Yeah.
So let's start with a member, someone who is really experienced. Let's start with Toastmaster Mayank. So you have to choose a number from 1 to 10, including 1 and 10.
10.
So just to highlight the kind of topics I'll be sharing, it's February, Valentine's. So you have selected number 10. Toastmaster Mayank, a frog just kissed you. Instead of turning into a prince, you turned into something else. What would it be? A frog just kissed you. Instead of turning into prince, you turn into something else, what it would be. Toastmaster Mayank.
It was a rainy evening. I was coming back from my coaching institute. And I saw an arrow frog. It's a kind of wild, poisonous frog. It jumped upon me. Yeah, it can jump up to 4 feet. It jumped upon me and kissed my shoulder.
Still safe.
I was very surprised. Didn't know what to do. I said, oh, yeah. So I just shoot it off. And for some time I froze there. Then I started to walk towards my home again. But I started feeling something. My face started changing. I had some weird, big pimples coming out. I thought I had read about this frog and this might be poisonous. I should rush to the hospital. But till the time I rushed to the hospital, the pimples were all over my body. And suddenly I started jumping. Even to a height of 7 feet. So I thought, oh, I got a superpower. If one can be Spider-Man, I can be Frog-Man. Thank you.
Very creative way to share the story and the topic. Now, moving forward, any other member? Yeah, obviously I'll be giving preference to someone who has not taken up the role. Toastmaster Vishu. 1 to 9, including 1 and 9. Toastmaster Vishu, what's the most ridiculous promise someone has ever made to you? What's the most ridiculous promise someone has ever made to you? Toastmaster Vishu.
Good morning, my dear Toastmasters. What is the ridiculous promise someone has made to me? And I'm sure that is something that your spouse has made to you. And I am sure that every one of you who has a boyfriend, girlfriend, or a spouse, husband or wife, there must be one ridiculous promise they must have made to you. I remember my dating days where I was the queen. I mean, you know, I got whatever I wanted. I wished something and I got it. But the moment you get married, welcome to the hell. Because, why I'm saying hell? Because you see the reality of life. Before marriage, you are pampered by your parents and you don't have to earn. Earn means even if you're earning, that's your pocket money, you're enjoying. But the moment you step into the married life, you have to run the family and you're not aware about it. So my husband promised that, you know, as we get married, so I got married at the age of 23, and he told me that as we get married, things will be all gala, very sweet and jazzy. But the moment I got married, I realized that yes, it is sweet, yes, it is fascinating and lovey-dovey, but then it also gave me a reality that life cannot be run basis only love. It was also about money. And that promise was, I think, turned up into a nightmare for me, where I realized that with love, money is also important. Thank you.
Indeed, we have to accept the fact. Toastmaster Mukesh, a big round of applause. Number from 1 to 9, except for 3. Number 8. Toastmaster Mukesh, chocolates are banned worldwide, and it's chocolate day. Chocolates are banned worldwide, and it's chocolate day. Toastmaster Mukesh.
Chocolates are banned. So first of all, I don't know what exactly is chocolate day. So I will make my own chocolate. So, because it's banned for public or you cannot buy, but I can make with the help of YouTube. And one of the incident last week, not the last week, last month, it's an anniversary of my mom died, and my son wanted to bake a cake. And he tried to melt a chocolate in an oven, but that particular bowl is not oven resistant, and all the chocolate flying. And then we got a Kit Kat and we put on the cake, and that's in the chocolate cake. So it's kind of chocolate are banned because 2 or 3 nephews are there and they are over eating the chocolate. So at that moment chocolate was banned. So we make some of the home chocolates using some of the laddus and other things, and that's we made it. Thank you.
Wonderful take on the band. Now it's time to invite a guest. Any guest? You can raise hand, otherwise I'll. Yes, sir. A number from 1 to 9, except for 3 and 8.
Number 1.
Toastmaster Mandir, if you could give a thorn to someone instead of a rose, what would it be and why? If you could give a thorn to someone instead of a rose, what would it be and why? Toastmaster. Thorn.
Cactus.
Instead of rose, you are giving.
Then what kind of kanda is this?
That's what you have to speak.
So, if we are lacking of rose, I would we are lacking of rose. I would like to give stick only. Stick we can give to encourage or to express our feelings if we want to say, and if you want to give something to someone, if we do not have any kind of rose or flower, so we can give a stick, bamboo stick also. They can just, or I will try to ribbon it up or just to decorate, and and I will give that by giving by saying that whatever I want to do. For example, whatever I want to say. For example, I want to express any feeling I have for a person. If he or she made my day for by giving or by helping me, so I can just gift her or him by giving that stick. Thanks.
Okay, last. Any guest? Can no guest raising hand? Toastmaster group. So you have already selected the number. 7. Toastmaster group, what would be your top tip for surviving Valentine's Day as single? What would be your top tip for surviving Valentine's Day as a single person? Toastmaster group.
Okay. I think I can give a lot of tips because I survived almost 27, 28 as single. So I think I am in a very strong position to talk about what all you can do. So I think this could be a day that you spend yourself, like self-care, because if you step out, you'll see couples roaming around and enjoying their time. You would be cursing your life. God, why me? Why you chose me in this situation? So better to not step out. I remember one of the, so I was that time in Goa, and it was during the Valentine's Day, and I made a solo sort of a trip, went to a couple of beaches, and I saw a lot of couples enjoying having that time, and I just came back home because I couldn't see that. And it's not a made up story, it's a true story from my life. So better to spend time with yourself, probably read a book, and probably just cursing your life. That's how you can spend it. Thank you.
That would be it in this segment. And apologies to people who could not participate because of lack of time. I'll have to wrap it up. Now over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. This was very well conducted. So now, in order to give everyone a break, we will have, I don't think we can take a 5 minutes break again because we're a little bit shorter time, but we'll have 2 to 3 minutes of networking time. So please get up, speak to each other, freshen up a little bit, and then we'll move to the evaluation session. Once again, it can get a little heavy, so we felt that this break was necessary to just recapture that energy, right? So let's begin. Alright, thank you so much. Now we're moving to the final segment, which is the evaluator stage. So I would like to call Toastmaster Bhanu on the stage once again to take us through it.
Thank you. We just had a break, but now it's breakfast time. You must be wondering, it's 12 o'clock, it must be lunch time. You know why? Because feedback is the breakfast of the champions, and we are all champions. So let's have that breakfast. So first of all, I would like to invite our table topic evaluator, Abhishek, to evaluate the table topic speakers.
So, wow, I can say to a table Toastmaster, our most eligible best of Millenium who have selected a very seasonal topics, which can, like I can, if I look at the Blinkit, any other app, you have the Valentine's thing going on. And same here's Blink, Doha Club. A kudos to that. Now, starting with the men, and also the number, a very wise option has been given 1 to 7, 1 to 10. I was expecting 7 to 14, but the number was not 10. So that's also. So Mayank has selected the number 10. The topic was frog issue. Instead of turning into brains, we turn something else. So he added in the drama to that movement, like the frog coming and then coming to his soldier, jumping and coming to the soldier. The drama he put over the entire content has add along with his movements to the content. So it was very wonderful to the speeches he added in the just 2 minutes. He had drama, humors, and all the things, and also his own that he turned to be a spider. Then kudos to that. Then Bisu, they took this promise someone never made before. And you given us that facts, life may not be done only on money needed. So if wonderful learning is needed, I think all the bachelor girls should learn this. Because the boy knows that money is needed. So he has given very well, like the one thing that I learned with regarding his messages, before marriage and after marriage, the life is different. So wonderful lesson given by Vishnu. Coming to the Mukesh, chocolates are banned worldwide. This chocolate. So
Moreover, I can see in the chocolate he has given a very wonderful fact that I will make from the home using the laddu and so on. But the main thing that I could notice that he added hummus in the entire content and entire speeches. From starting from first man to the group, the entire speeches have the hummus in it. And kudos to the Rahul for having such a topics in that. Then we have the guests over there. I don't know the name of the guest. Giving phone instead of rose. I can see he used a clever over there. Approach by using the bamboo stick. But one thing that I noticed that in the case that his hand. So try to be more open-handed. Otherwise, you feel that your confidence in the stage was low. Then the last we have the top tips to survive as a single person. Very wonderful topics and it's aligned to you also. Like before marriage, there is no one, so it was a single person like me. I also resemble that vibe.
Now you are married.
Yeah. Now you are accepting. So like I have been 27 years. The journey of surviving 27 years. A wonderful way of explaining your hardship journey of 2014 February, and also the way you tell the voice story. This wonderful. That's it. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. Next, we will call speech evaluator. So first, I would like to invite Toastmaster Ankit to evaluate Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. So I am evaluating Toastmaster Neelam. The title of her speech was Building Bridges, and her speech was squarely on the title. She explained the relationship between and the kind of conversation between her and her mother-in-law. Her body language was actually very good because what she was speaking and how she was explaining it made a lot of sense. So commendations to her. The objective of her speech was exactly that, is to use the body language to express better in her speech. And what I really liked about her speech is the pauses. If you don't say anything for a second, then everything changes. How we are, if our audience, our listener is listening to speech, they get a little bit of time to absorb what is being said. And that is something which made a lot of difference. So I really liked her speech. She expressed, it was not a very complex message, but even a simple message get across very, very, very few use pauses well. So really good speech. And the eye movement was also very good. She was covering the entire hall. I could see from there, everyone was covered by her. The stage was also well covered by the stage movement. So wonderful speech. Few recommendation is, first thing is that she started with a question, which is a good thing. But the question should be so that it makes some kind of meaningful, sense to it. If you just ask question, for example, she asked, how many of people got married in last 6 months or a year, which is fine. But ask a question, so you can ask maybe, so any kind of challenges you have faced. So if someone answers, you can build on top of that. So that makes a very natural flow for the speech and a very natural starting point for any speech. So recommendation 1. Recommendation 2 is, in conclusion, I found a good conclusion missing, because if someone is not following your speech, the conclusion should be good enough that the listener should be able to make the sense of entire speech just by listening to the conclusion. So just summarize your entire speech in 3 to 4 sentences. For example, you can say that even though me and my mother-in-law had differences, but we sorted it out by talking to each other, we built the bridges, and that made a lot of difference. So good conclusion is really necessary in a good speech. And eventually, I would repeat it again that I really liked her speech. It was expressed phenomenally well. She was clearly on her objective of her speech, and I wish the best of luck if she take the recommendation is a good spirit. She is going to be an even better speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit, for such a balanced evaluation. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Amita to evaluate Toastmaster Anurag's speech.
What a relatable topic and relatable experience for all of us, right? The title, Wisdom Tooth, and the toothache or any kind of pain we all go through in our life and how it makes us feel like, right? So great start, Anurag. He started his speech with imagine. Yeah, he told us the scenario that imagine if so I think that's a great start. And also the end of the speech when he ended with a message, that was also a great end to the speech. So the structure of the speech was really good, and the in between the content was also a good content and eloquent speech, I would say, from Anurag's side. His body language, his stage presence was really effective. He seemed very confident while he was speaking. And the message he has given, that was also a good message that we should all have resilience to go through life. Life gives us pains, but resilience is important. And his voice tone was also very impressive. And so overall the speech was really good, but from the feedback side, I would say he has given very good his personal story, definitely, but in that story he could put some pain around it so that we can feel it like that. So if the pain factor was missing, so if there would have been a more pain in the story, the conflict of his going to the doctor would have been more, right? And then we would be able to connect with the message. Overall, it was a very good story, but putting more pain into the story would have been great thing for you. So
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit, for such a nice feedback. Now it's time for our tag team. So first I would like to invite our grammarian. So grammarian today is Toastmaster Nancy. Yeah.
Hey everyone. So word of the day, eloquent, is being used 2 times by Toastmaster Amita, and Toastmaster Neelam has used synonym of that word, great. And Toastmaster Aparna, very good usage of grammar, and you used idiom hold your horses, that is very good. And somewhere you use like club members, so comes will not be there, come we will use because plural subject. And with sweat we will not use article A as it is not countable. Everything good. And then Toastmaster Neelam, it is not me and my mother as we are using as subject, so I and my mother. And at 11:30, not till 11:30 am, because till that. And I just listen, we use listen because we are using past tense story. As we talk and talk, somewhere you use this present verb. Then Toastmaster Anurag, like you told the story about wisdom tooth and it was past experience, so many times you use present verb, like there is not, so there are there is no other option, so there was no other options. I was started feeling like she advised me. And in the starting of the story you use she pronoun for the doctor, then at the end of the story you use he pronoun as a doctor.
Because
it was changed, I might. So all good. Toastmaster Rahul, very good usage of grammar. And Toastmaster Mayank, I had read, but it is like read, read, read. So we use read, third form of the verb with had. So we use had, read. It is misconception. Toastmaster wish you very good usage of grammar. And that's from my side. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nancy, for such a good grammar report. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Monita for our counter report.
Hello everyone. First of all, I have to say that all the speakers are doing a great job because I was unable to count a lot of filler words. It's good. Thanks. Well, TM Neelam, you use so 3 times and repeated words like I decided 3 times. And TM Anurag, you used 5 times and the repeated word used and 7 times. TM Mayank, you used 3 times and used 3 times. TM Mukesh, you used so 2 times. TM Mandi, I guess you are guest. You used 7 times. And you don't use any, sorry. TM Dhruv, you used so 3 times. And TM Abhishek, you used so 3 times and other words and 2 times. And this is my today's report. And I have to say that you all are good, you know, like did a great job. And I listened a song, Daughter of Eve. It's Hey Hey Lover, you don't need to be a star. Because you are a star. You don't need to be a star. You are
Thank you, Toastmaster Monita, for such a nice quote in the end.
I thought that's
Okay, so we are almost about to come to the end of the meeting. Still, I have. Oh, yeah. Yes, I was checking that how alert you are.
You are definitely alert.
So let me invite Toastmaster Kaveri to present the
Even in the beginning, Aparna, when you were discussing about all the things, I forgot I'm a right timer. And thank you so much, Muskan, helping me in that time. So, I'll start with prepared speeches. Neelam, you took 7 minutes, 16 seconds. And Anurag, you took 5 minutes, 45 seconds. And I'll tell about now table topics. Mayank, you took 1 minute, 53 seconds. Vishu, 2 minutes, 9 seconds. Mukesh, 1 minute, 5 seconds. And Mandi, 1 minute, 13 seconds. And Dhruv, right?
Dhruv.
Yeah, 1 minute, 5 seconds. And for evaluation, Abhishek, you took 3 minutes, 16 seconds. Speech evaluator, Ankit, right? Ankit, you took 3 minutes, 14 seconds. And Ankita, you took 2 minutes, 23 seconds. And grammarian, Nancy, you took 2 minutes, 1 second. And Monita, you took 1 minute, 26 seconds. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kaveri, for crisp and concise timing report. Okay, now it's time for the general evaluator report. So I could see that when last month I did GE role, I see a lot of improvement. So that's a great thing. A big round of applause for everyone. So first of all the role players except the G, I believe that the first designated G met with some accident and couldn't come. But all other role players were here well within time. I could see the TMOD and our keynote speaker. They were doing all setup well in advance, not to start the meeting. Toastmaster Neelam started the meeting well on time. The movement of audience in between the speeches has been reduced. Still, I was seeing some 1 or 2 members coming and going. That's okay. I think we can improve further on that. One thing regarding the mobile phone, so somewhere in between there was a mobile phone voice. So again, maybe we could put some placard here that kind of mobile phones to be kept strictly on silent mode, not to be disturbed during the speeches. Now, and we are well within time today. So like it's 12:19. So I hope within 10 minutes we will finish. So we will finish on time. So 2 most important things: the starting time, ending time, and the availability of role players. So we have taken care of that. So that's a huge achievement. Great. Now coming to the individual role players. So first of all, Sergeant at Arms. So she started with her kind of bombastic voice. She has a good voice, and she commands a lot of attention when she speaks here. Only one recommendation I would like to give. So I saw her fumbling during the mission recital. So I would suggest either learn it, or maybe during recital of the mission statement, you can have that in written in front of you. So every time, like last time also I observed that every time, because it's not learned, you change with the words, like you use different words every time. So recommendation that because it's a standard statement, we should remember by heart. Or if you are not able to remember, just write it on a paper and read it out. Presiding officer, always ever smiling, charming boy, Rahul. So he started with his smile and warm words, introduced the guest, made important announcements. So perfectly done. Kudos to you, Rahul. Our joke master. So yeah, she took a lot of courage, come to the stage and tell us a joke. So kudos to you, Ankit. Good. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Muskan. So yeah, she did a fantastic job. I believe you put all the PPTs, right? So this PPT, the format looks very refreshing. Yeah, and so like a different thing, like a new thing, because earlier we used to see all this little bland. Now she put some life into it. So great job, Toastmaster Muskan. And one suggestion I would like to give: when you speak very fast. So I was wondering that without taking a breath, how many words you can speak. So take a break, take a little pause, break the sentence, because audience also need to follow you. Right? Okay. So that's one suggestion for you. Yeah. Our keynote speaker, Toastmaster Aparna. So a wonderful speaker. I always admired her since she came here the first day to the club, and I always look forward to. We can learn from everyone. Like it's not necessary that you learn from your senior people, and new people come also. They bring new things, new perspective, and I always learn from Toastmaster Aparna, like her energy, her body language, and her smile. When she comes, she speaks in a very calm and pleasing voice. So that's the strength of her, and that's how you kind of take the audience in your stride. When your audience are with you, then you can take them in any journey. So that's how Toastmaster Aparna delivered her keynote address. She spoke about all the things about speech contest. She patiently listened to the questions of the audience and answered all of them. She did like, okay, no, this question I won't take. So again, a big round of applause for Toastmaster. Speakers evaluation has already been given, so I won't comment on that. And table topics. So I know our table topics master through which phase he is going through. So I wish him best of luck this Valentine Day. Still there are 12 or 13 days. So the choice of topics were reflecting in his current situation. And he also put all the table topics speaker in a difficult situation. So I found those table topics quite innovative, but little tricky as well. So I think the first couple of speakers were very well able to answer that, but few speakers were in a spot. So maybe try to make it more easier for them to speak. Okay, next time. Now coming to the evaluator. So we had table topics evaluator, Toastmaster Vashishth. So good evaluation. You evaluated each table topic speaker about their body language, about their content. So good job. Only one recommendation I would like to give. So when you speak, try to speak little slower. I found that when you speak, there are a lot of jumbled words. So in that way, we lose the meaning of the words what you speak. So just try practicing on that. Evaluator 1, Toastmaster Ankit. Good, nice, balanced evaluation feedback. And the way Toastmaster Ankit speaks, he speaks in a very serious manner. So give some smile, give some. I know sometimes out of nervousness we become very serious here. But it's like you have to, when you are commending the speaker, maybe you can little bit smile and give kudos to the speaker. And also you included how to do that. So that's the most important. When you give a feedback to someone, tell him or her how to do that. So it's very easy to tell them that, oh, you should have displayed vocal variety, or you should have done this conclusion in a different way. But what exactly the speaker has to do? So it's very important that you should have always in your evaluation. Evaluation 2, number 2, Toastmaster Amita. So again, she came up with a very smiling and pleasant voice. It feels very nice when someone giving you feedback. Even the speaker will feel nice. And she commented on the starting and ending and gave the feedback to the points. So again, good feedback. But you should include the conclusion also and how part that how to. Yeah. So I see that Toastmaster Anurag. So main objective was about the body language. So I thought that you would comment on that. I couldn't find that how was the speaker's body language, what went well or what needs to be worked upon. Coming to our tag team, Toastmaster Nancy presented very concise report about the grammar. Okay, and only one advice to you. So I saw that you were moving like this in between when you are speaking. So maybe just you can stand still and deliver, or when it requires movement, maybe when in your speech, you can move to another one. Okay, so you can work on that. Toastmaster Monita, so you also gave very concise report. Only thing, when you are an hour counter, keep track on your hours also. Like when you are presenting your report, you are using couple of hours, so that I noticed. So yeah. So whoever takes whatever role, like hour counter, if the hour counter comes here and starts with hour, how would you feel? Finally, our timer Kaveri. When you are there at the introduction point, so maybe you can also write your script. Okay. So instead of coming here and making from your mind, I saw like last time also, some time back, you were kind of little struggle for you to what to speak. So it's like earlier we used to have those placards where the description of each role was written. So maybe the EC can give it to the tag team players, or maybe you can keep it in your mobile and speak it out in case you feel a little bit challenging. So that's the input from my side. And also please record the time of all the role players, not only the speakers. Okay, so I could not find the time used by TM body, keynote speaker or the joke master. So please report that time as well. Overall, it was a great meeting, great learning. It is always a pleasure to listen such great speeches and of course the keynote address, evaluation. So overall, a great meeting. With that, I would like to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Muskan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Balu, for such a great feedback. Noted on your feedback for me as well. I have received this feedback a couple of times. I need to implement it, and I will. Alright, okay, so we're done with the meeting. I would just like to call the presiding officer on the stage. Toastmaster Aparna, okay. And just one thing before I forget, please do send the voting link till the time the presiding officer. Done, okay, you will take
Yes,
that.
they will take QR code as well.
Sorry?
Thank you so much.
Recently, I got influence from a fellow MCTician to take on the habit of taking notes during the meeting because it helps to remain focused in the meeting and it helps to look back what you learned in the meeting. Today, we have such eloquent speakers. Today, we have such informative speeches that I have over 2 pages of notes to look back. And this was all done because of the members who took roles today and they delivered the roles with a lot of commitment, a lot of integrity, and a lot of professionalism. Can we have a round of applause for all of them? So first thing first, voting link has been shared. Please vote for different categories of roles, best speakers, best role players. Do you need any recap for the table topic speakers? Or you know who they participate? Okay, amazing. Meanwhile, we are having the voting. I will reach out to the guest. Just please rise up from your seat and whatever you like about today's meeting, any feedback you have, please share it with us. So, guest, can you please raise your hands? Yes, Mandeep. How do you like today's meeting?
Last time I visited and today I felt same enthusiasm in everyone and I really like it here and definitely I am joining this club in this week only.
Amazing. Thank you.
Do I have to stand up?
Your wish.
So yeah, it was quite good. This is my first meeting here, so I learned a lot about different experiences. Wisdom tooth was very nice, and yeah, so it was quite good. And I think I'll be back once more to see and maybe try to.
Sure. Any more guests we have? No. So meanwhile we are having voting. Yes. First of all, we need to we have a token of appreciation for our guest speaker. She took time to present a session. We couldn't find anyone else better than her because she's from our own club. We really wanted someone from our own club to, because it acts as a real motivation for the speakers. We think a couple of words were there in the oration and we had seen her journey, how much focused she was, how she arrived at the venue one day before and she was all practicing throughout by herself in the room. So it really shows that level of dedication, commitment. That is why we were really pressing for her to come here and deliver session. So yes, we have a token of appreciation for you. Aparna, please come on stage.